St. Petersburg College presents Burst of Words Poetry Podcast with Shelby Rosengarten. In this edition, To a Daughter Leaving Home by Linda Pastan is read by Gina Canarazi.
To a Daughter Leaving Home by Linda Pastan. When I taught you at 8 to ride a bicycle, loping along beside you as you wobbled away on 2 round wheels, my own mouth rounding in surprise when you pulled ahead down the curved path of the park. I kept waiting for the thud of your crash as I sprinted to catch up while you grew smaller, more breakable with distance, pumping for your life, screaming with laughter, the hair flapping behind you like a handkerchief waving goodbye.
Sometimes the only way to describe overpowering emotions that words cannot capture is with an extended metaphor. Metaphors are comparisons. They carry the weight well because they are concrete and familiar. Extended metaphors are developed more at length, described with more action and layers of complexity, and become unique in this process. In this case, a parent who is launching her daughter thinks of an earlier episode in their lives when she taught her how to ride her bike. Whether the speaker is the father or the mother is unclear, but for purposes of this discussion, we will refer to the speaker as the mother. This particular poem, which is one long and complex sentence, emphasizes the swift and very real action of the daughter gaining her independence. The progression of verbs first reflects the awkwardness of this great change in their lives, and then the mother's mixed emotions as the daughter wildly embraces the new phase of her life. First, we have loped and wobbled. When someone lopes, she moves slowly as though burdened or uncertain, and that uncertain wobble of the girl's bike echoes this as well. The first steps of a new phase are always somewhat ungraceful. Then, as the wheels turn, as the wheels of time start to spin more regularly, the mother's mouth rounds in surprise, as though she were caught off guard. Is this perhaps an anticipation of her waiting for the thud of her daughter's crash a few lines later? Her daughter has quickly pulled ahead around the bend and is out of sight, just as later in life when she leaves home, she will be out of sight. It's a gut-wrenching moment for many parents when they launch their children, and the mother here tries to sprint to catch up. That sprint shows the mother's conflicted feelings. She wants to allow her daughter's independence, but she still sees her daughter grow smaller, which is a great oxymoron to capture that same conflict. She's still a breakable child entering unprotected into a world of dangers and unknowns. Meanwhile, the daughter takes off so fast and is so quickly immersed in her new activity, pumping and screaming, not at danger, but with laughter, then the cascading chain of verbs leads to the image of her hair flapping behind her like a handkerchief waving goodbye. All her mother can do is watch and let her go. It is a very final image, and here is where we leave the mother who must let her daughter leave. This has been the Burst of Words Poetry Podcast with Shelby Rosengarten, St. Petersburg College.